Right, welcome back. Now we're going to talk about the TED conference, the TEDx, which began through a conference in 1984. And in 2006, TED Talks started to be published online, free for the world to share. In 2009, the TEDx program was launched that enables independent organizers to enjoy a TED-like experience. Then there's the TEDx Cairo, which aims to educate and inspire, bring together innovators and explorers, and give the space for people to present their ideas in diverse fields. Now, all this, we're going to know more about it in details with our guests who are members of the TEDx. We've got Aya Tariq Al-Ghamrawi, who is a co-founder of TEDx Youth in Cairo. Thank you for joining us. And Noor Ala Abu Hussein, team member of TEDx Youth in Cairo. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. And if we start with Aya, what made you start TEDx Youth here in Egypt?
Actually, at first, we were really inspired by the TEDx Cairo talks. That made us really curious to know more about the TED experience. So we started to watch a lot of TED Talks, and it's just amazing how one talk can make you very passionate and can change your way of thinking. So as youth ourselves, we wanted to share the experience we felt by watching these talks, and we decided to have our own TEDx event.
What do you do here at the TEDx events in Cairo? What are the activities you do?
The basic TED is ideas worth spreading. So now we're aiming to talk to youth. So we're ideas worth spreading to help youth live a more healthy life or healthy lifestyle. It's like ideas worth spreading that no, you're not a failure, that no, yes, you're going through a lot of problems in your adolescence, but it's not necessarily that's the end of the world. No, there's a lot of bright sides. And we're trying to, make them feel more inspired and more curious to know more about life in different fields, like read or join poetry groups or anything like that, like anything that would make them passionate to know more about life.
And have a lot of options.
And how do you do that?
A TED event is all about getting speakers or performers, poetry, music, and they start talking about a certain idea or various ideas in the same talk, and then you trigger something in a youth's mind that, for example, that life is worth living, or that you should dream endlessly. You should say whatever you feel like you want to do or anything, and don't be afraid, dream big, because at some point, your dream is going to come true if you just dream big. If you're not scared to dream and live your dream, pursue your dream. So that's the main thing about TED. We're spreading ideas and we're trying to trigger things, new ideas in youth's mind. That's all.
How do you become a member of TED for the youth?
Actually, we're just a group of friends. We decided to start it by to have our own event. So. We went to TEDx Cairo and we had a long talk about it, and eventually we all decided that we're going to have TEDx Youth event, and TEDx Cairo were our mentors through it. We're their younger sisters and brothers. Yeah, they were the great support system.
So if anyone wants to join TEDx Cairo, or how do they join? What's the conditions? Is there a certain age limit, a certain background? Who can join you?
For TEDx Youth, the target audience was from 14 to 20 years. So we thought that the organizing group should be in this average. The youngest person in our group was 15 and the oldest was 18. So that's we knew what we want to hear, so we made the event for us as the members, so it would be real for the people who attend the event. For TEDx Cairo, it's more grown up, but there's no certain procedure.
And right now we can see one of your events.
Yes, it's the TEDx Youth at Cairo. It was on the 19th of November.
Yes, and the EIS.
Mahmoud Wafi is a speaker. He talked about he was encouraging teenagers to do everything and anything. They can pursue anything. The TEDx Youth it's an international day, TEDx Youth. It's the 20th of November, and due to time changes, and it's either the 19th, 20th, or 21st. In Egypt, it was on the 19th of November in the AIS school, American International Tagama al-Khamis, and that's Noor Al-Ali. She was redefining success. That success doesn't have certain measures. That not getting into a certain university and getting a certain paycheck and etc. No, you can define success by being successful in what you're doing and loving what you do. And this is Amir Azat, a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, a great stand-up comedian.
He ridiculed the Egyptian deficiencies, let's say, in a very funny way that you would want to change them. That poverty or ignorance and various things. He just made it really funny that, no, I don't want people to mock me about that. That's...
Do you have a schedule for events, or is it just once every year?
Actually, it will be just once every year, TEDx Youth. But there are actually other events that happen through the year that are related to TEDx Cairo.
And we'll get to know more about TEDx Youth here in Egypt, but try it after this break.
عندي كلمة ومش هقول بعديها تاني مصر عايزة الشغل مش عايزة الأغاني مش هفكر يوم في نفسي وأكون أناني كل همي يا مصر أشوفك واقفة تاني
And you're still watching Nile Cruise, and we're continuing our discussion. We were earlier talking to our guests here in the studio about their efforts to encourage youth to have another definition to success and to have different perspectives towards the life that they are leading. And right now we are very pleased to be joined by a new member of TEDx Youth, Hiba Farag. Thank you for joining us, Hiba.
Thank you.
And we were earlier talking with Noor and Aya about the events that you have been holding throughout the past month as you celebrated the TEDx Youth Day that was on November the 20th. And they were telling us how the event was. But was there any sort of link with the international TEDx organization, or these are just local events that take place here in Egypt?
No, they're just local events which are self-organized. That's it.
But we're taking the basic theme of TED, ideas worth spreading.
For this year, or
no, the basic
in general,
theme through the years is ideas worth spreading.
Hiba, why did you join? What inspired you?
Why did I join? I wanted to be a reason to inspire young people like me and to inspire everyone and motivate them. Yeah, that's why I joined, because I love when someone smiles or thinks different, you know, when he hears a different idea, he may change his way of thinking. So I just want to be a part of this. Yeah.
Did you feel that it changed you, joining this organization, doing all this activity? Did it change you as a person?
Yeah, I learned a lot. It was a very good experience, experience which was worth living. It changed. It changed, yeah.
So how many members are there in TEDx Youth so far?
4 co-founders and 4 team members. As I said, 15 to 18 is a range of age. That's all. And we're all friends. Like, we're all linked together.
But are you planning to spread it?
The TEDx Youth, or?
Yes, to spread it to different schools and maybe later universities.
It's already spread,
yeah,
actually.
it's spread,
I
yeah.
mean, there's, for example, TEDx Hayeh, and TEDx Cairo University is going to be launched soon. It's already localized, but TEDx Youth is an annual event. It has to be held on the November 20th.
Okay.
But anyone who wants to have the license to share a TED experience, like, sign up for a license, and you're going to get the license right away. It's no problem.
You also have a website where you choose every month the star of the community. Tell us some more about that.
That's the TEDx Cairo.
That's TEDx Cairo, not
Yes.
you.
Yeah, no,
But
it's-
it's all about encouraging the community to share new ideas, and depending on votes from people, they choose the star. That's it.
But right now we can see
Oh.
a photo from
Yeah,
the
that's
recent
Ragab.
event.
He's
This
a
is
speaker.
Ragab Mohammed Rida. He's a blind 20-year-old. He's in 12th grade, ثانوية عامة, from Almenia. And he developed, he's blind, okay? Just make sure this is clear. He learned to fix motherboard of cell phones just because his phone just stopped working. He took classes in hardware and software, and he fixed his phone. And he built generators, an electric generator that transfers from 220 to 440, and it's really complicated. And he took various certificates from Yale University and from Egyptian NGOs and things funded with the Ministry of Education. He is a success, and he's
he's
talking
brilliant.
that you can do anything no matter what the boundaries are. Like he can't see, but he actually fixes phones, and these things are really small, and he says they're really tiny. But I don't care. He is a success. He made it. He made it.
And this is the main message that you want to spread.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the peak of positive energy at the event.
And we thank you so much, ladies, and we wish you the best of luck and the magnificent message that you are spreading.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And we'll be back on this edition of Nile Cruise, but right after the break.